Today we're watching the World Rank 1 Hoopa, the best Hoopa player in the world from the best team in North America, Team Game Gladiators, GG indiebear. I cannot wait for this. Let's get started. Yo guys, how's everyone doing? This is your guy Assassin Dave. Welcome back to Team 4 and Famous Family again, and welcome to another World Rank 1 video. This time featuring GG indiebear playing on the Hoopa, one of the most popular Pokemon in the entire Pokemon Unite. I gotta say, I cannot wait for this video because Hoopa is such an impactful Pokemon in the entire game. To understand how to use your combo properly, to understand when to use your Unite move and how to use your Unite move is such an important tips and tricks for a lot of players in Pokemon Unite, for a lot of trainers out there. And today we're gonna observe one of the best, if not the best player. This player has the most amount of games in the support role, thousands of games on Autogoss, and the most amount of games played that I know on Hoopa in the most competitive environment possible. I'm talking about most amount of tournament matches, most competitive rank matches, absolutely zero quick matches, alright? It's not like the leaderboard where you see most players just use quick matches to get their rank 1. This is the players who actually play Hoopa in a tested, competitive environment. And you can see right off the bat, they're trying to secure every single Dino. They're contesting for every single Dino on the bottom side to get as much farm as possible. And now Indy just getting a little bit of cover for Goof on the Pikachu before he have to eject away to safety as well. So bottom lane, it started off pretty even, I would say, with a tiny, maybe a teeny advantage to Team Blackhand. And by the way, they're playing against one of the best teams in North America as well. I'm a big fan of both teams. All the players are really good. You can see the early game are just really intense already, even though just for contesting Saldinos and a little bit of Combis. Zagrak is able to get, I think, 6 out of the 10 points over there and able to evolve into Blissey right away. And that's really good for them because their early game was struggling. And now because of the advantage Zagrak is able to get, they're playing even more aggressive now with the safeguard, as well as you can see Indy, which is poking them with Astonish every time he gets a chance to. Now he does utilize the Magician, the passive of Hoopa, every time he has a chance to get that berry, so they can continue to fight in the front line of the fight. They're playing really aggressive and leveraging the hyperspace hole. And by the way, one thing I noticed about Indy's play with Hoopa is they're able to really take advantage of the hyperspace hole to the maximum. You can see like every single position of the hyperspace hole is on point, right? Like he's able to structure them where they can get the most amount of benefit out of it. With Zagrug, with the jungler, when the Charmander come to bottom lane for a little bit of rotation, for a little bit of gank, you have a hyperspace hole immediately in the backside to make sure everybody go home swiftly and very fast, very efficient. Now, obviously, when you see Indy play, he's also gonna do Shadow Ball with hyperspace hole combo. For those people who did not know, if you throw Shadow Ball onto the enemy targets, onto enemy Pokemon, doesn't matter how many people is affected by it, if they are affected by Shadow Ball, they get marked. And if you throw a hyperspace hole on top of it, you can do a large AoE stun on top of them. And that's exactly what Indy is gonna do very soon. Right here, you can see he threw a hyperspace hole on the beast, and you have Zagrag running towards the beast to make sure that he can secure the beast, and then able to like get back to safety because hyperspace hole. So really good combo there. Big poke from Goof, able to get the enemy Cinderace. I gotta say, when Goof is on the Pikachu, it gives so much pressure. It's absolutely absurd. And now they're teleporting back. Goof obviously sacrifices life for that, advantage there. But it does give the team enough territorial control or lead that they're able to secure the first Dreadnought. Every player in Team GG is just really good to observe and really good to learn from. But obviously today we're learning Hoopa right here. You can see bottom side, they're playing really aggressive, scoring a lot of points on the bottom tier 1 and leaving it on 10. So now, the Unite move comes in from Cinderace. That's kind of devastating. But before Indy fainted, he throw a hyperspace hole and give his team the opportunity to go back and regen and come back. And when they come back, obviously you have double Unite move come from Blissey and Toon right there. A Zagrak and Toon, they're able to clean house on the bottom side and secure the bottom tier 1 tower. Bottom tier 1 on Team GG side only got scored 13 points in so far. So they definitely have a huge lead with tier 1 tower being defended, scoring 70 on the enemy tier 1. And they also got the Dreadnought. So overall, the hyperspace hole is just very efficient. You can see right now, he's throwing a hyperspace hole to teleport to the top side because Rotom is available. And they're leaving the bottom to Zagrak, who's defending there. He has the Egg Bomb, he has a lot of other stuff. Every time when GG rotates, they make sure they have enough presence on everywhere else on the map, right? Like top lane, bottom lane, they want to make sure that you don't get any advantage just because they rotate to the other side of the map. So again, really efficient leverage of the hyperspace hole rotation there. Right now, they're looking to put more pressure on the enemy tier 1, but turn out it's not efficient because enemy have a lot of people defending. So he sent a hyperspace hole in the front to send a Lutano, and the Charizard played by Toon back to the base. Ooh, here's Unite move onto Toon. Bot-Toon's gonna use a counter unite to get the KO on the dog, played by Overlord. The dog Pokemon, aka Absol. Dog-looking Pokemon Absol, played by Overlord. One of the best top laner in the world. Again, this is the most competitive environment. Oh my goodness, the Dreadnought got stolen by one Egg Bomb. Just show you how chaotic Pokemon Unite really is, you know? Like, entire GG has the territorial advantage, but then Blizzy just come in, you know, shed the Dread with one Egg Bomb. Got it to the team of Blacken. Indie even united just to save his teammates. But overall, even though they didn't get the Dreadnought, they hold their ground and defended the bottom tier 1. And Indie is gonna use another Hyperspace Hole defensively, a little bit toward the back to teleport himself back to get himself to full HP. Again, very, very efficient use of the Hyperspace Hole. The Dreadnought secure is just unfortunate, to be honest. There's nothing to say about it, it's just unlucky. Happens all the time. In the world of Pokemon Unite, the only MOBA I gotta say that was this type of stuff happens. In other type of games, if you try to steal stuff, like in League, if you try to steal certain objectives, you usually have a heavy price to it. But in Pokemon Unite, like sometimes when things happen, you're like, what the hell just happened? You don't even know. So right now, Indie just sitting on the bottom side. I think they know. They're getting vision. They know the enemy trying to score the bottom tier 1. He sent a Hyperspace Hole on the bottom tier 1. He sent the bottom from the top laner back to the bottom side, and sure enough, against Lucario's on the bottom side, Indie is trying to stay alive, even though Goop didn't survive because of the Unite move coming from the Absol. But they're able to, again, hold their ground, and they're able to trade enemy A9 with it. So it's actually a pretty nice trade. That's to show you how good macro-wise Team Gaming Gladiator is, especially with Indie just sitting in the bottom bush and waiting to get vision. They had a suspicion that enemy might try to OD bottom tier 1, and then they are able to pull this defense really well because they're able to collect enough information and then leverage the Hyperspace Hole to send Lutano all the way from top lane to bottom. Again, very, very good use from Indie there on the Hyperspace Hole. Okay, now the final Dread. Now, Team GG obviously didn't need it. You know, you have Lutano already level 13 here. Oh, another Hyperspace Hole into the bush. And by the way, if you throw the Hyperspace Hole into the bush, it does hide the vision. And sometimes you can get some surprise recall there. Enemy doesn't even know. So that's a good leverage from Indie there to throw the Hyperspace Hole into the bush. And enemy didn't know. And obviously don't want to chase into a Lucario. Now they have 4 people on the bottom side defending the tier 1. They want to score this, but let's see what happens here. Throw a hole into the bush. I think that's just to check if anyone's hiding in the bush. I don't think anyone's in there. And now he have to throw another Hyperspace Hole to send Zagrog back for the regeneration. Let's see if he's going to do that. Yep. Also Lutano as well on the Lucario. And enemy is gonna tap on the Zapdos, right? They have the Cinderace, so they do have a better secure. And now they're looking just to go for it. Kairos is gonna use Unite, but the Body Bear is so tiny that he might be running into a lot of trouble. And the entire Team GG is now running down the Cinderace. Cinderace in a lot of trouble. I think he doesn't have any ability to get close to that pit. Even though Team GG doesn't have any secure tool, they are gonna have a territorial control because they have such huge presence with Charizard, with indiebear using the Unbound form with Hoopa. So overall, really, really well played. Anyways, I hope this video is informative, that you learned 1 or 2 things from Indie here on how to position the Hoopa Hyperspace Hole. Are you going to position aggressively to combo with Lucario? When Lucario goes in, you have a Hyperspace Hole for Lucario to teleport back to safety after he dives in. Same as Zagrog, right? He positioned it to help Zagrog to get those bees. And also he positioned it backwards in the bush or behind his own ally line, so everybody can teleport back to get a lot of health back, regenerate, all the kind of stuff. When they use Unite move, you can see Indie was never rushing the Unite move. At the second Dreadnought, right? He was waiting, knowing that the team already has the control. Obviously, it got stolen, but I think the timing on Unite move was really good. To use Unite for the Body Bear, and then if enemy try to dive in, because Cinderace did end up using Unite. Also, on the Zapdos fight, if the enemy tried to flip the Zapdos, what Indie did was Unite right away and start smashing the Ninetales and pushing the Cinderace away and just KOing everybody. Obviously, when you are in the bound form, you're almost unkillable. You have the highest amount of HP in the game. So overall, there are a lot of stuff you can learn from indiebear. I hope you guys go back to watch this video over and over again if you're looking to refer to something. It's a flawless game in my opinion. It's really, really good execution from entire team Gaming Gladiator. And with that, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash like, subscribe, and turn the bell on to all notification bells. And remember to check out another one with the thumbnail right here. Just for the thrill of it, nothing can